Hey guys, Dempsey here. I know, I look a little different, but you know what they say, new week, new me. Am I right? Obviously, I'm kidding, okay? I just got a little haircut. And just because I look slightly different doesn't mean there are going to be any major changes on this channel. Well, there is one change. As you may notice, my beautiful, precious, arguably ugly shelf from behind me in all my previous videos is gone. Sadly, after last week's review, it collapsed on me. Like physically, it literally collapsed on me. It was broken. I don't even know what the hell happened to it. So unfortunately, I had to get rid of it, which is why everything's kind of even more of a mess behind me. But do not worry, I ordered a new one. But I will not forget any of the lovely memories I had with that last one, man. Hey there, my name is Dempsey Palat, and this week I'm reviewing Insidious. It happens though. And while I did spend a majority of this past week grieving and somehow still cleaning all the remaining wood chips and nails that were left over after this thing collapsed on me, I did still find time to watch a movie and prepare a review. So buckle in guys, because this week I'm reviewing Triple Frontier is Netflix's brand new original film directed by J.C. Chandor. The film stars Oscar Isaac, Ben Affleck, Charlie Hunnam, Garrett Hedlund, and Pedro Pascal, all as former soldiers who band together to try and steal millions from a powerful drug lord. Now, personally, I'm a fan of the film's director, J.C. Chandor, and have been for years. I've been following him since his first film, Margin Call, and I just really like his style of storytelling. I like the way he directs. I think it's very masterful, and I just think that all of his stories are just so uniquely crafted. Honestly, I think he's one of the best directors working today, and I also think he's probably going to be one of the directors that people talk about years down the line. And while I do like all his movies, and while I did like this one, I just didn't feel like it was his strongest work. I didn't think it was his best. And I'll explain why in a little bit, but before I do, I want to get into some of the positives. The first being, obviously, the direction. As I mentioned before, Chandor never disappoints his audience in that regard. And this film is no different. This film is masterfully directed. And it's got a bunch of great action sequences too. Most notably, the helicopter sequence. And I won't say too much on it, but I will say this. It had me on the edge of my seat. Mind you, I was watching this from the comfort of my own home, so there's that funny visual. But in all seriousness though, if you haven't seen this film, just know that when the helicopter arrives, it's about to go down. Now, the acting in this film was also really incredible. And I told myself this going into the film, that there would be no way that you can get so many talented actors in one film and not be able to create something special from it. And I was right. The chemistry between this ensemble is remarkable, seriously. It actually does feel like they're brothers at times, even though two of them actually do play brothers. And funny side note, Charlie Hunnam and Garrett Hedlund, who personally I always mix up in everything, are the two that play the brothers. So you can imagine that by the end of this film, I was more confused than anything. But, you know, all that aside, this film was a solid film, okay? It really was. But it was solid on a surface level. While there were many things I liked about it, there were still a few things that I didn't like about it. The first issue that I had with this film, and mind you, it's a small issue, but an issue nonetheless, is the music. The music was just so glaringly loud throughout this film. In fact, sometimes it didn't even match with what was happening, and at other times it actually took focus away from the things that were happening. It was just really an overall odd choice to me. The second thing that I didn't really like, and this is another small issue, was the fact that Ben Affleck got top billing for this film. Now, when I listed the cast earlier in this video, I listed Oscar Isaac up on top because he is very much the star of this film, and I really don't know why Ben Affleck got, you know, the overall, you know, big title. It just, I don't know. I think it's really important to give credit where credit is due. And it's not like Oscar Isaac is a total nobody. I mean, I think he's a household name in his own right at this point in his career. But yeah, just another small thing that bothered me. Now, the biggest thing that bothered me about this film was the fact that it honestly felt like two different films at times. I know that also in the synopsis it's listed as a heist film, but to be completely honest with you, this film is about 10% heist. I'm being totally honest with you. The heist literally takes place within the first hour, and it's less than like 15-minute long sequence. After that, it kind of becomes a tale about what happens when they finally have the money and how they're going to escape with it. It becomes more of a tale of survival, really. And I'm not saying that I didn't like it, but it just, I guess the pace at which it went from heist to survival story happened so quickly that it made the whole film feel very uneven. In fact, it actually reminds me of another film, and I hate to use this comparison, okay, but bear with me because I feel like it's a fair comparison considering how similar the change in plot occurs, and that is to the film Lone Survivor. And once again, I hate using the comparison, but I feel like the way in which this film kind of shifts gears, Lone Survivor also shifts gears. Lone Survivor went from being a survival tale to whatever the hell else it ended up being at the very end. Really did not like this film. In my opinion, Triple Frontier is far superior to it. Triple Frontier is a good film. Like I said, it's a good film surface level. It manages to assemble a fantastic director with a rare cast of great actors. But overall, I feel like it's the familiar story and ultimately uneven plot that really takes away from it. And for that, I'm going to give it 3.5 stars.
Nice.
This is honestly one of Netflix's best original films to date, and I just love how they continue to stack their catalog with films of this quality. I mean, the fact that I'm able to watch a film like this from the comfort of my own home is mind-blowing. It's truly incredible when you think about it. And as much as I would love to continue this discussion, I'm afraid it's a totally different topic for a totally different video. So, yeah. Thanks. Thanks so much for watching, guys. It really does mean the world to me that you take the time out of your day to view these videos. If you like this video, hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed, I would ask that you please subscribe. I post new videos weekly, and I'm always working on new stuff. Now, if you happen to see this movie and you liked it or you didn't like it or you just want to talk about it in general, feel free to comment below in the comment section. I'd love to take the time and read your comments as well as respond to them. I love interacting with you guys. But yeah, I think that's it for me. Like I said before, I got tons of stuff I'm working on. In fact, I think there's one video that I really do have to work on right now, so I should probably get back to work. So, until next time, I'm Dempsey Pilote. Take care.